Take a look at this. Can you tell me what it is? Well, if you said it's a piece of material, you were right. What does it look like this piece of material is made out of? If you said string, you're right again. It's a bunch of string woven together. You can tell that some string goes in one direction and some goes in the other, and that's by a process called weaving. Well, we're going to do some weaving today, but we're going to do it with paper. I'll give you an idea of how that's done. You'll need 2 smaller pieces of paper and 1 larger one, 3 different colors. Take one of the smaller ones and fold it in half the long way and crease it. Then fold it in half one more time and crease it again. Okay, then set that one aside and take the other short one and fold it in half the long way and crease it and fold it in half the long way again and crease it, and then set that one aside. Now take your big piece and fold it in half the long way and crease it, and then fold it in half the long way again and crease it. Okay, now open that one up and kind of flatten it out. You're still going to see the creases, but you want the creases there, okay, because they show you where to cut later. Alright, now take one of your small ones, and you see you've got 3 creases there, and you're going to cut on the creases. You're going to use the creases for cut lines. So take your time and cut just as straight as you can, as neatly as you can. And you're going to cut off 2 of these to start with. Okay. Okay, that gives you 2 pieces. And now you're going to take your glue and you're going to make a glue dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to turn it over and you're going to line it up exactly with the end of the paper and press it down. Okay, now take your other one and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just a few glue dots all the way down like I did, and then rub that down too so you have those on the ends. Okay. Alright, now turn your paper over and fold it in half the short wide way so that your ends show like this. Okay, now you're still going to be seeing the creases that you made when you folded it. Okay, go to your first crease and cut on that until you get down to the strip. Okay, go to your next crease and cut on that one until you get down to that strip too. Right now you have one more to go. Start on the fold and cut down to the strip and stop. Alright, take one of your smaller pieces of paper that you've folded and open it up. You have 3 creases there, and you're going to use those creases for cut lines. And you're going to just cut right down and try to stay on the crease, and just take your time and try to cut as neatly as you can. Not even mine is going to be perfect. Okay, and when you have that done, you're going to have 4 pieces. Okay, now I'm going to start weaving with the first piece. And now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide my strip under this first big one, and then over the next one, and then I'm pulling this other one up to slide under that one, and it's going to come out over the one on the other end, and I'm just going to tuck it up there. Okay, see how that goes? It's under, over, under, over. Okay, I want to make a pattern with my colors, blue and orange and blue and orange. So I'm going to use an orange strip next, but now this time I'm going to go over the one that I went under before. Okay, over it, see? And then under the one that the blue one's passing over. and then over this one and under this one. Okay, now I'm going to take my blue strip, and the blue strip is going to go over the same ones that the blue strip did before. So it goes under the first one and over the second one. See, I've made a pattern here. See, I've got blue, and then I've got orange is going to be down there. Okay, then it goes under the third one, and it comes out over the fourth one. See how it's making a checkerboard pattern? This is how weaving is done, only with things much smaller for clothes. Here's my orange one, my next strip. So just like the other orange strip, this one is going to go over the first, under the second, over the third, and under the fourth. See? It's making a pattern. Okay, I have enough room to weave in one more. Now this one has to go under the first one, over the second one, under the third one, and over the fourth one. Okay. Alright, I have one strip left, and with that one I'm going to make some extra decorations. So I'm going to make it in two pieces. I'm going to fold it in half, and crease it real good. And remember how I used the creases for the cut lines before? Well, that's what I'm going to do again. Cut it right in half. Okay, and I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to fold it. And if I cut a shape out of it, then I wonder how many shapes I'm going to get. I think I'm going to leave it folded just once, because I think if I folded it another time it would be too hard for you to cut. So I'm just cutting a shape out. Now, you saw me cut one shape, but I have how many? I've got two. Okay, now I'm folding a second one, and I'm going to cut a shape out of this too. Do you know now how many shapes I'm going to have when I'm done? I should have two that are just alike because I cut them both out at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to glue them. If I glue them on the yellow, they'll show up really good because they contrast. They're dark and the yellow is light. If I glued them on the blue, do you think they would show up? I don't think they would. Okay, once I decide where I want them, then a few drops of glue should hold them in place. See how many? About that many? And I'm going to do that with each one of them. Just glue it and put it right down in place. Alright, after it's all done, I have to make sure it won't come apart, so I lift up the end of each strip and I put a little dot of glue underneath. And then I turn it over and I do the other side as well. All it takes is one dot and that'll hold it in place. And then you're finished. Alright, well today for our project we're going to make a weaving on a paper. And this is the one that I'm going to make, and then you'll see just how it's done and you'll be able to do it too.